Alright guys, so we're back with Whiskey. Yesterday wasn't easy, but she got much better. We're hoping to build on that today. Today we're going to be working with her, trying to get her to basically calm down, have a little bit of a job to do, and hopefully make some progress. Now we're going to do a little bit of groundwork here, and just sending her kind of back and forth through these. See how she's just reacting there? So I need her to stop when I say stop. So there, send her through, stop. She's nearly running me over still. Okay, get her back, get her stopped. So we're just trying to work on a little bit of control here. So obviously she's not really sure yet exactly what she's needing to do. Stop. There you go. Good. So she's just kind of doing a little bit of her own thing here. But I just wanted to get around these little tires here, because this is what we're going to be doing when we get on it. We're going to be going in and out of these tires. So I want her to basically think about doing something, not think about trying to get out of something. Think about actually doing something. So it's good for horses that are kind of being too active-minded and silly to actually just have a job to do. And hind in the way. So she's kicking out pretty high there, but she's not even considering listening and stopping with her hind end. So I gotta, every time she doesn't listen, that will come in there. So see there, she kicked out again. Here, again, okay. You didn't move your hind end over. There you did. Good. So if she's gonna move her hind end out of the way, in time she's not gonna get whipped, right? She just has to move her hind end out of the way when I tell her to, and all my body language is already telling her to. It's not like I'm sneaking up on her. And hindquarters away. So she might have got her hindquarters away, but she didn't stop. And there she stopped. Much better. Okay, this way. So she's got to figure out with her feet where to go, what to do. That's beautiful, lovely. I just want those obstacles to really just distract her from being bad. Now we're going to go back this way. Those obstacles are there just to say, kind of be something in her way that she has to think about. Use her brain a little bit. Oh, look at that. That time you moved without me tapping you. It still kicked the air though, which is funny. Still a little bit annoyed at the thought of getting tapped. Okay, getting close to me there. I'm gonna try to be as gracious as I can be with her, because she's definitely takes it all very personal. Okay, hind end away. Good. Very nice. All right, so we've done a little bit of groundwork there where she's had to move around. Now we're going to do a bit of groundwork where she doesn't have to move around. We're going to desensitize her to the whip. Okay? Both sides of her body like this. She just has to realize that the whip's not going to always hurt her, right? That's what we want to establish, is that, you know, when she's not moving her hind end out of the way, if she's not listening, then I'll tap her with the whip, but I can rub all that away, and I can basically build the confidence back up that the whip isn't going to hurt her. So until she stands still and relaxes. Now this is annoying groundwork. This is groundwork that I don't really want to do. I'd rather get on her and ride her, but this stuff is what makes a safe horse once you get on him. If she can't stand still and relax on the ground, how's she going to stand still and relax in the saddle? Very good. Okay, so that was not too bad. She's, you know, she remembers a couple things from yesterday. We'll start to do the one rein stop practice that we used yesterday to get a lot of success with her. So basically yesterday, that caused a lot of resistance when we would just ask for the one rein stop. So we're going to try it again. We're going to see how she reacts to it today. Hopefully she's not rearing up in our faces like she was yesterday. So we're just gonna see how she does. So we'll bring her out a little bit more open spot. Like there, good. And we're just gonna pick up on the rein. And then when she's soft, we'll release. There, good, very nice. So this other side. So this is where she was resisting yesterday. Wait, wait. Wait, you weren't soft yet. There, beautiful, very good. So this is when you can indirectly do it. You can do it from the opposite side where you're standing. That's really good because it is just slightly tricky for them to figure that out. So it's really good if you can do it from the opposite side like this. Very nice. And that was all off of feel. I couldn't really see your nose. See? There we go, very nice. So this is the key to getting her not to resist, is getting her soft at the standstill, getting her soft with the one rein stop. So this is how we're gonna fix all the craziness. All right, now I'm gonna grab my boots and I'll see if I can get on her a little bit and improve what we were learning yesterday with her. ¿Puedes usar este para decirle vamos?
Sí.
Así. Y después, cuando está listo, guardar nomás tu mano así y cambiar al lado. Agarra otra vez este. Muy bueno si hace así. Alright guys, so I'm going to pick up on her nose, bounce, bounce, get up here. Okay, now I don't want to surprise her and just jump on. I'm going to do it slowly. Good job. And then this side. So just like yesterday, I'm going to pick up and very gently ask her for that flex. So she's being silly, she's thinking about things she can do to be bad, right? And I don't want that. I want her to realize that she just has to do one job, and that's to give her nose. So we're going to do lots of this, lots of practice giving her nose. Good, good girl. She gives her nose good, I'm happy with her. That's all I need. If she doesn't, then back to school. We're going to do lots of this. So she thinks we're going to do something now. We're going to go do something, walk somewhere. She's getting all worked up in her brain. This is not going to be fun for her, but there's nothing going on here. We're just flexing back and forth. So she has to try to realize, she has to figure out, when we get on, that's all we're going to do. Lots of flexing back and forth. And I can let her have a little break. If she'll stand still and relax, I can let her have a little break. If she's going to be bad, no breaks. So make sure that she's soft immediately. Okay, so now I'll see if I can actually kind of get my feet in the stirrups a bit more, commit a bit, because she's been pretty good there. Okay, let's see here. This stirrup is a bit twisted. All right. Very good. So the minute we start moving and we add speed to the equation, there's obviously going to be more resistance. So I've got to keep that in mind. See how her head's really low? She's just kind of trying everything to be silly. So we're going to, good girl, very good. I'll let her have her head there when she's being good. Pick up. I want her to move her hind end. Okay, so there, she moved her front end, that's okay. I just want her to move somewhere. And she's trying a little bit of everything right now. But we've got to just work with her slowly, try to get her to listen a little bit at a time. Good, now here, shut her down with the one rein stop. Good. She's not going to get better one day. It took her years to get this bad, or at least months. So she's not going to get better right away. We just got to try to help her get over her many issues. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, so if she'll stand still and relax, I'm not going to ask her to go anywhere. But I'm very pleased that so far at least she hasn't tried to rear yet today. Which yesterday that was her first response. Okay? Good. Moving that hind end. That's what I want, is her to find some other movement associated with moving her head like this. I need her to find some other movement. Good. Good. So we'll work with her slowly, guys. She's not gonna... Good. Okay, this side. So it's actually not a problem really that she's being bad, because it's giving me lots of things to work on. We're working on lots of flexing here. We're working on getting her just relaxed with me being on her. At this point, guys, if I was just gonna do a couple circles around these little tires here, this would already be great for me. I'd be happy. So giving her a little bit of a job to do. We're circling this tire. I'm pulling and releasing, pulling and releasing. I don't pull long enough for her to react. So I'm just pulling long enough for her to steer a little bit the way I want. So that way she can't really say ah and react, because I'm literally not even pulling long enough for that. Okay, good, and we'll stop her here. Whoa. She knows direct rein stopping as well. And we can let her have a little think about it. So that's huge progress, guys. That was her worst side, and we just did a few circles around that tire. So that's great. Very, very good. So I've been gentle with her. I've been pulling and releasing, and it's really helping her out. She needs to know that she'll get a break whenever she does a good thing. She needs to know that she doesn't always have to just do things. She can just relax, stand there. And this is big progress for her. Yesterday this would have been nearly impossible just to have her stand here so chilled. Very good. Okay, so we'll pick up, see how she wants to move off. She has to try to learn that we might actually just stay here and do some flexing. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. And she should never really have it in her mind that the minute I pick up on the reins, we're gonna go somewhere. So here, she's walking off. Very good. So if we can now go ahead and actually walk around this other tire. And she's putting her head on the ground. She's being a bit silly. I don't mind. Like, I don't care if she wants to drag her nose on the ground. I'd rather her nose be on the ground than in the air. So she'll get over that kind of thing when she starts to have a job to do in life. And her job isn't just to be silly. Good. Whoa. Beautiful. So, very good. She's obviously a little bit frustrated about everything generally, but that's why it's important for me to be really soft and gentle with my hands. If I would come here and pull on her really hard with the bits, she would definitely, well, most likely react, right? All right, let's see if we can't do a few circles around this tire here. And this is, again, the side that she wasn't confident on, the side that she would rear up every time yesterday if we would pull on this rein. She would literally throw a fit the second we got on her, and it was a big problem. Look, we'll do a little bit of a turn here, see if she can't move her front end a bit. Lovely. Change directions. This is very good. And we'll come into the middle. We'll stop her. I don't mind practicing stopping with both reins because it's something that she knows, or she's been trained with, and so we want to help her out as much as we can, and not, everything doesn't have to be new for her. So if I always stop her with one rein, she might get a little a little like frustrated, and so I'm putting in the stopping with 2 reins just to kind of give her something familiar as well. All right, let's see if we can do a circle around this one. And I'm using the side that she was reacting to because she needs to learn it doesn't always hurt when we pull on the reins. She's probably mostly associated the bit with pain, and that doesn't have to stay like that. She doesn't have to associate the bit with pain anymore. This bit is very mild. It's one of the mildest bits in the world, and it's designed for young horses to help them learn things like this. Simple, directional things. So the reason that I'm using these tires is it gives her a little bit of a job to do. Whoa, good. It gives her kind of a little bit of a purpose. If there was nothing here and we're just doing random circles, it's for some reason for horses like her that are very energetic and very, they have quick thoughts, they're very active-minded. For horses like that, this is perfect. Put an obstacle in there that you can kind of work with, and it'll really help them to just focus on what you ask them to do, and they have a little bit of a job to do. They're not just sitting there. All right, so I haven't trotted her ever, except when I nearly fell off her like 3 times yesterday. So I'd like to get a little bit of a trot going, because it helps horses a lot that are kind of sticky with their feet to get moved out a little bit. So we'll just circle these tires a little bit. And I'm already kind of amazed that she's doing this well. So I'm not trying to push her too much. We'll come into the middle again and stop her. Whoa. Because that's already a lot of good progress there, that I've got good control, I'm trotting her. That's making me very happy to see that today she hasn't tried to rear one single time. And even her just like, obviously she's not perfect at it yet, but she's standing still and relaxing a lot more than yesterday. Yesterday she was literally not able to stand still for 1 second. And today she's thinking about it. She's like, oh, maybe I can stand still and then I won't have to work. Very good. So we'll try the opposite direction now. This is the side that she was having issues with. So we'll trot her. And we'll pull, release with that bit. So this is like, she rides like she's on her like second ride. That's how she feels. And that's not great, but that's just where she's at. Whoa, good girl. So release. The timing of the release is very important. I'm not going to release when she's still walking forward. Now we'll just practice those 1 rein stops again. Very good. Okay, practice again. If she wants to be silly, she can do more 1 rein stops. We're trying to help her grow up very quickly and be mentally mature, which is hard to get some horses to do. Right there, that's nice. She's standing still, she's thinking about life. She's actually processing things. Very good. So the next thing I want to do, guys, is I want to shut her down from the trot with a 1 rein stop. So this is going to simulate her resisting, and this is going to be the ultimate test. If we can get this done today, very happy with her progress, and we can definitely say we've made big improvements on her, because this is something that would be very similar to her, you know, resisting, pulling away, running away, and I'm going to be pulling her to a stop at the trot. So we can definitely practice it at the walk first. We can just walk her out and pick up and stop her. So we want to build up to it. We don't want to just go right to the trot. As much as I'd like to, it's better if I actually build up to it a little bit. Let's go over this tire just so that she has something to think about here. Good. So I'll just throw things like that in there because I don't want her to suddenly lose her patience because she's not she's not got anything to think about. So we'll go over the tire like that, or ask her to do something a little bit different. Okay, great. So she's doing that pretty well at the walk. We're gonna get her to actually trot. Pull, release, pull, release. And now I'm gonna just shut her down from the trot with the one rein stop. So that's actually unreal how well she just did that. So very good. She's very responsive with that. She didn't react. And this is perfect. Today we actually have her, the other horse that she's friends with is a bit closer, which I think definitely plays a big part in it, but we're trying to help her. We want her to be as good as she can be already. We don't want to make it harder for her. She's struggling with life and with understanding what we want. So if the other horse being close helps her, great. Let's keep it close till she's mature enough mentally to move away from it and work away from it. Like yesterday, she wasn't close to that horse, so a lot more things came out into the light. Oh, really good. Okay, the very last thing we should probably do is a few straight lines. So we'll head out in the pasture, do a few straight lines, and this is going to be away from this other horse that she wants to be next to, so it'll give us a really good opportunity to see what she's really going to do. So we'll head out in the pasture now. All right, guys, so we'll go around this little feeder here. This is really good. She's looking at it. She's not sure. We'll change directions with the feeder. Good. Change directions again. Very good. We've got her out in a more open environment where she's going to be a little more fresh. She's going to be a little bit more thinking about going where she wants to go, not where we want her to go. And I'll just do several little circles. I don't want her to necessarily canter just yet. So I'll do several little circles. I'm always pulling and releasing my hands. So pull, release, pull, release. And if she speeds up, we'll just go in a tighter circle till she starts to go slower again. I'd rather her just walk, really. See there, she's pulling a little bit. So we'll walk her out here, trot her out here, circle the other way. She should have heaps of this. If she's on her second ride as far as how she's doing with all this stuff, then she should have heaps of this. This should be like all we do all day, every day is one circle this way, one circle the other way. If she speeds up by herself, just getting her to regulate. She's not regulated. She's never really gone to school. So she's not going to pass the exam unless we help her. So just there, she's heading towards her other horse friend. So this is perfect. I want to see what she does when she wants to go a different way than what I want to do. When I want to go somewhere else, what is her reaction? Yesterday, this would have been next to impossible to do. She was not even really there mentally. Today, she's doing much better. So we'll take her out a little ways, and we'll stop her right here. And just let her relax. If she'll stand still and relax, that's perfect. I want her to think that standing still and relaxing is a good thing. If she won't, we'll do one rein stops until she stands still and relaxes. So this might take a little while because she's not even thinking about standing still relaxing. But she needs to realize that we'll just keep doing this, and this is what we're doing. This is the plan. Plan is to do nothing. Stand here and one rein stop back and forth. So I really like to see major change in a horse in the first few sessions like this. We did probably 3 hours yesterday, and we're just starting today. And she's doing amazing. Really, really good. She hasn't given her nose yet. It's very simple rules to this exercise. She's just got to give her nose. And then she gets her head back. Very good. And this way again, same thing. Give your nose and you get your head back. Good. Very good. So she's putting her head down. It's fine. But she's got to flex, stand still, give her nose. Literally, this is so good for her. This is something she needs more than probably anything, is just to have heaps of one rein stops. Until she realizes we're not going to go anywhere. We're going to stand still and relax. The second that we do one side, we do the other side. It's very simple. And so she should realize that there's no point in being nervous and moving around. And a lot of people would probably give up or just be like, you know what, let's do something else. But this is crucial that I don't give up here. Even if it takes 2 hours to just get her to stand still and relax from one rein stops here, that's what we've got to do. Oh, right there. Right there, she's standing still. That's the first time that she's actually just chilling. Okay, if she moves off, then I'm gonna go right back to the one rein stops. It's just a very simple thing, but she needs to learn it. She's never, I think what it is she's probably never had proper pauses in between training. So she's probably never learned that she actually is allowed to stand still and relax. She's probably never been taught that she's allowed to do that. So that's not something that she would pick up on by herself. She needs to learn and be taught that in training sometimes she can just stand still and relax. Just like this right here. This is beautiful. This is magical, wonderful. So if she's gonna be like this, that's very, very good. Oh, lovely. Very, very good. So before she decides to move off, I'm gonna move her off. Just so that it's definitely my idea. And we're gonna go up here a little ways. So she's probably hasn't been ridden that much with loose reins. So that's something that she's got to learn as well, or would be nice for her to learn. It's just that she doesn't, if there's no pressure on the bit, that doesn't mean she gets to just run wherever. Because typically people ride with a lot of pressure on the reins in these parts of the world. So they'll just hold them back the whole time, which is kind of very traditional, and that's not a problem, but it's better if the horse can learn to be responsible for their own speed. That's ideal. So look, I'm going to turn her away from her other friend. And she didn't even pull back, resist, nothing. Beautiful. Now she's on a loose rein. Her head is lower, right? When a horse is rearing up, their head goes higher. So if her head is lower, I'm very happy about that. You can see her head here. Look how low it is. She's relaxed. She's using the thinking side of her brain, which is wonderful. Very, very good. So we're going to go ahead and end this session, guys, because she's done incredibly well. And so we're not going to try to push her too much and try to get more results. We're going to just say that was really, really good, and we're going to be happy with those results. So we won't, the thing is, you can get excited that she's doing so well and you can want to do the next thing already. And I think we'll just pause it here and we'll count our wins. Great progress with her. Obviously she needs more work with just being calm and relaxed, but that's something that with time will get better as we practice just doing these one rein stops, keeping her mentally entertained so she's not just frustrated and bored. A lot of young horses, that's what happens. They just get a little bored and frustrated. Yesterday she was a completely different horse. I didn't even want to get on her really. And today she's much, much better. She's obviously not perfect, but she's made a lot of progress. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.